Yes, we are a part of this vast and peaceful place.
Here we are at the opening night of the exhibition Freedom of Expression, co-curated by Janina Harding, Artistic Director of the Cairns Indigenous Art Fair, and Chris Stannard, the Curator of the Tanks Arts Centre, Cairns.
Well, I like to think of how the black man used to roam this land. Being part of nature itself for them was that garden plan. Living free to respect the wonders of flowers, beasts and birds, while legends told of long ago were always to be heard.
Who cares about blackfellas in prison? I have to say that I do, and I suspect that everyone in this gallery here tonight has some interest in art and the justice system.
And I was shown by one of the inmates the room, the cultural room where they do their work. I was shown the rules for that room that they had written themselves, and they were all about respect and love.
Sing with me. I like to hold my head up and be proud of who I am, but they won't let my story go untold. And I paid the debt I owed them, but they're still not satisfied. Now I'm a branded man out in the cold. Buddy Knox.
I'm surprised by the high level of craft and discipline that's gone into this work and talent. These men were very focused and they really were expressing themselves in really clear terms.
One thing that I said tonight was that our people has got to still be close to culture, and it's the closest thing to culture they could have is actually, painting their totems and painting stories from their country, but inside, and it's keeping their spirit, alive and in contact with country.
No matter what they say, black marks follow me, branded with a number on my name. Once more. Well, I'd like to hold my head up and be proud of who I am.
I think those people who aren't engaged in the prison system and don't necessarily see probably look at things from a very different perspective, and I think this opens a door and allows the public to go, well, it's not just what maybe our perception is that the bad people are locked up. I think it's about saying, well, they're people, and they're people that for a range of reasons things have happened in their life, but this is a chance to, I suppose, for them to show their own feelings, their own emotions, to be able to share that, and it gives the wider population a chance to look at things in a different way and go, wow, there's a greater depth to these people than just perhaps the offences they may have committed.
Now I'm the branded man out in the cold. Now I'm a branded man out in the cold. Yeah, just a Merle Haggard song.
And it's very difficult when people live remotely and they come from remote areas for family and that to come and visit. So I think for people to be able to express themselves creatively in painting, they can mentally travel back home. And I think what it does is it's all about meditation. It brings them back.
I just want you could be my brother, my nephew, cousin. I just want you to know how absolutely proud I am to see the depth of your work. It's not just a picture, but it's telling me who you are and what you want to be and what you remember in culture. Take care and please come out in a holistic way.
Your commitment, your energy, your time that you put in to provide these artworks, and the time frame wasn't very big, and yet you you all produced wonderful works in your own right, and it is acknowledged by the people here. For yourself, that should be a little bit of inspiration, or a whole lot of inspiration to yourselves, and maybe to look at encouraging others that if they've got some talent to share in a further, future exhibitions, certainly go for it and do it, and get the public, the wider public, to appreciate your stories that you're telling through your paintings.
I think it's fantastic. I think it gives people an opportunity to express where they're coming from. It's part of their healing. It's been said before, it's part of their journey. And, so often we see a lack of these programs, and we need more of them, because it's really frustrating for a lot of inmates to just be, locked up and nothing there, nothing to actually help with their growth and their journey and their healing. And art is such a positive way of, helping people connect with themselves, with their culture and with their community.
Queensland Correction, as part of its own journey, uses many different programs to address a person's behaviour, and art is an important one of those programs. Art can allow a person time for self-reflection about where they stand in the world and why they've ended up in prison. It also assists with reconnecting with culture, remembering community, remembering family and country. How did I get here? And these things are very important to Indigenous people.
Now the white man with his gun and education, the land they did collect. And the black man said, you must not take. It was classed as disrespect. And reply with the way, black man you are, standing in the way of a more progressive way to live in a gabba soul. Yes, we are a part of this vast and peaceful place. The freedom day was a common thing for the whole Aboriginal race. Why the white man try to change a way of life, it seems, it's because it would not fit into their way of seeing.